Good morning, everybody. This is AL Thick Madame, and this is yet another installment of the Married Man SideHeffa Saga. So, y'all forgive me. I'm in my car. I'm trying to kill time. I am waiting for this store to open, and I'm not going home first on purpose and then coming back out. I'll explain that to y'all later. Hopefully, I'll be off Wednesday and Thursday. They really be trying to try me, and I'm just like, y'all don't need me and ain't nothing going on. Like, why are y'all doing this? Y'all literally just gave me free money today, but go off though. I'm gonna get into that in a minute too. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Okay, so the side heifer has been out, and I'm just like, ma'am, what is going on here? Because you're not getting a check. I am fully aware that a lot of people who have kids and things, they like to sit up here and be like, oh, let me not go to work so I can spend this money, because they get a nice little amount of money because it was tax time. So in my mind, I'm like, I really hope that's not the reason why you sitting up here not coming to work. I know that's why her partner don't be coming to work, especially now, because a lot of people go to certain places where they can get the advances now, with the taxes, with their taxes or whatever that have been submitted, and they'll get an advance. But her, I'm not sure what it is. So I wasn't sure what it was for sure for certain. Tell me why I was told by somebody who actually talks to her that she was talking to the cousin she's related to through marriage and found out that he was out for COVID. So then she in turn was like, oh, after she had been at work, been fine, ain't had a cough, sniffle, nothing. Ain't lost no taste. Ain't like nothing. They ain't lost her sense of smell. Like nothing is going on with this heifer. Not a scratchy throat, not nothing. Fever, nothing. She was like, oh, let me go get me a test. I've been around him. Now, granted, she does stand up in his face all day. But this was all calculated. For her, it's all about let me do everything I can so that this man's midsection can be in my face, in the space, and everything like that. Anything that she can come up with so that she can have sex uninterrupted with the married man, the OG married man, that's what she's trying to do. So this was a part of her ploy to get more time to be off, because he is taking off yet another week. And I'm just like, sir, we don't get but like 3.5, 4 weeks a year. What is going on? Are you gonna be sitting up here and creating vacation time? I'm not understanding, because he's literally taking off 2 or 3 weeks already, and it's only January. Like, what is going on here? So anyway, I was wondering why the heifer wasn't there Friday. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I had already said to myself before I came in Friday, I'm not coming in Sunday because we were slated to get that snow. And I'm like, y'all can hang it up, because y'all gonna expect me to come in. Y'all gonna be doing the most, and I'm not trying to call out, because if I call out, I'm not gonna get paid for it. So since I'm thinking of it in advance and the percentage continues to rise and now it's at 100%, I'm definitely going to get somebody to submit information for me so that I can get that day off with pay. So I made sure that it was in the system when I got to work on Friday, which is my Monday. And I had that rectified within 8 hours, which was the time that I was there. The amount of hours that I was at work, because I was like, y'all gonna have to get that right, get it right, get it right, get it tight. I ain't got time. So, I ended up getting that right. Man, if you don't get up out of here, child. Somebody right behind me, and they're just in a lane. Let me see if I can show y'all real quick. No, I can't. And it is playing some trash music. Like, what is going on here? What is going on? Anyway, let me try to ignore them, because it's so annoying that it's just like, Anyway, so the side heifer wasn't there Friday, so I'm like, okay, why this heifer ain't at work? This is a regular work day. Like, what is going on here? So I look at the schedule. The married man came, I think he came Friday. I know he came Saturday because I only was going to come to work Friday and Saturday, and that was it until Tuesday because Monday was a holiday, which I actually didn't know because I always think of the 20th. And then, yeah. So anyway, I wasn't coming back to work until Tuesday. So I'm like, okay, this heifer ain't here Friday. Okay. She's off Saturdays. She didn't sign up to work. Okay, cool, whatever. So, don't have to worry about her. But he was there. And, he kept speaking to me or whatever. I'm like, all right, whatever. So Sunday came, was at home, annoyed because it was snowing because I really hate snow. I'm a winter baby, but I despise snow. So that happened. And before I left out on Saturday, I learned that I had to come in on MLK Day for 4 hours, wasting my time. And when I did do that, nothing came of it, except I got paid to do nothing. So I'm like, thank y'all for paying me to do nothing, but I would have rather been in the bed because I just shoveled so much snow just so I could get out of the house and be able to move my car freely on the clean street. So anyway, and I was freezing to death. I hate it. So anyway, while I'm at work, before my regular shift starts, I find out that the side heifer is out because she went to go get a test for COVID. Now, her cousin through marriage does have COVID. And she is in his face all the time, but she doesn't have COVID. What has happened is the OG married dude took off again. And I'm just like, you don't have time. So she just sat up here and decided, oh, let me go sit up in his face. Let me go sit on him. But it's like, girl, is it that deep? You can't wait till you get out of work. You have a child. Like, my thing is this, you have a child. You have a child. Any day now, your situationship can end. You just sat up here and could have been stacking money. Your tax money, whatever you're getting back because you have a child, is not going to be enough to help you if this situation were to ever end. Because I'm pretty sure you're going to blow it on whatever and then go on about your business. So, I don't even want to tell you why I think she might blow it on because she's jealous, but be hating and that's all I'm saying. So anyway, y'all, the heifer ain't here simply because old boy is on vacation. So anyway, I had a lovely day at work doing positively absolutely nothing. And I'm just like, that's y'all fault. You can't get mad at us. It is what it is. I showed up. That's all I had to do, apparently. So, and I figured that was what was going to happen because it's like, y'all could have told us not to even come in. And if nothing else, I could have just came in on my regular shift. But I digress. Y'all, tell me what I found out today. Okay, so I'm talking to this person while we doing nothing because, like, this man was so bored, he came upstairs to talk to me, which he never does. When he comes upstairs, he normally is coming to see the other person that I'm working with because they done messed up something or something ain't acting the way it need to act in order for his stuff to do what it need to do. I know I'm sounding crazy, but that's the only way I can say it without saying certain things. But anyway, so he done came up there to talk to me. And, we have a good old understanding that he gonna try me. And then I'm going to go off and he going to get threatened and he going to try to say something slick to me. And it's like he thrives. He gets something. He gets a rise out of my reactions to stuff. A lot of people do. Like I cannot help my reactions to stuff. People really be getting their life. And so that's why he be trying me. But he has pulled me to the side before and told me that he is not really like that. And it's just fun. And he really, like I just said, he likes my reactions to stuff. So he basically acts as if he is a male chauvinistic pig. But when he did pull me to the side, he told me that, his mother, God rest her soul, would not approve of him actually being like that in real life because she taught him better and he still remembers what she taught him and all this other stuff. But he just does it because he saw initially the way I reacted the one time that he tested the waters, and he just likes my reactions to stuff. And so that's why he basically tries me. So anyway, we having a good old conversation, y'all. Listen, we went from me finding out that this man used to sell drugs in Baltimore and all these other things. I mean, this literally started from him asking me what was I listening to. And I didn't want to tell him. Listen, y'all, I was listening to a Beat King song. People, I feel like, well, it's not that I feel like. People tend to be very shocked when they learn about certain music that I'm listening to. So, I'm going to tell y'all the conversation. Because it still does lead back to the Married Man SideHeffa Saga, believe it or not. So he was like, what you listening to? Because I saw him. He was just randomly waiting, like, in my area. And I'm like, excuse me, what you need? So he was like, oh, I ain't want nothing. He over here watching me work. And I'm like, why though? Like, what you want? He was like, oh, don't stop on my behalf. I'm like, sir, what is going on? So as I'm walking up to him, I'm taking my little ear pod out of my ear or whatever. And so he was like, oh, trying to be all like he missed a goody two shoes. You're not supposed to be doing this, that, and the other. Sir, you don't tell me what to do. Anyway, what you want? So he was like, well, what were you listening to? At first, I kept telling him, I'm not telling you what I'm listening to, whatever. So then I put it back up to my ear and I said, well, at the moment, it's playing Let It Be by the Beatles. So he was like, oh, so you didn't want to tell me because it's these, like, non-black people. And I was like, no, because he can't stand white people. He can't stand white people in the sense of the ones who did what they did, slavery wise and all that other stuff. And so when he sees the offspring, like, he has no problem with, like, reading them and going off and saying little stuff to them, whether he working with them or not, right? So it just is what it is. Child, what in the world? What is that? Y'all, excuse whatever this is. I stay having a piece of something. What was that? Oh, that's a piece. Y'all, listen. I was like, what is that? That was literally a piece of salt. That was a piece of salt from what I put on the ground. Like, y'all, I had to refill my little container that I use that I salt the ground with. Excuse me. So anyway, I'm talking to him, and I told him I don't want to tell, but that's not what I was listening to. So then he was like, well, why you didn't want to tell me? You must be embarrassed. I was like, I'm really not. He was like, well, why won't you tell me? Eventually, I told him, I said, it's a Beat King song. And he was like, Beat King, what's that? So I was like, Beat King is a rapper, whatever. And so he was like, I never heard him. See, I don't know nothing about all this stuff y'all young people listen to. I'm like, anyway, that's all I'm going to say. So I'm like, well, what kind of stuff you listen to? So he's telling me he listens to old school rap, all this other stuff. Cool. So I'm like, oh, so do you like Project Pat? Y'all don't understand. I keep trying to tell y'all I live for Project Pat. He was like, Project Pat? Who is that? I've never heard of that before. I was like, are you joking? I feel like you're joking right now. He was like, no. I was like, sir, you're not finna tell me that you don't know Project Pat. After this whole conversation just happened, you told me all these things that you used to do. You don't know Project Pat. So I was like, I bet you know these folks. I bet you know the people who he was in a group with. So I said 3 6 Mafia. He was like, of course I know 3 6 Mafia. I used to listen to them all the time. That was pretty much the anthem from when I was back in the day slinging these drugs. I was like, sir, ain't no way you ain't finna tell me you don't know Project Pat. I'm sorry. Listen, it was a hot summer's night. He was kicking it with Gangsta Fred. I'm just saying. But anyway, I digress. So we talking. He done told me about all of this. He telling me about all the music he like and all this other stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. Child, tell me why. We started talking, and he said, we started talking about something else. I forgot how we got on the subject. But then he said, oh, we was talking about somebody testing your games. He was like, oh, you said that to me once before. And I looked at you sideways because I was like, why would you even say something like that? So I believe you're a gangster. I believe you do have some gangster in you. And so I was like, oh, I can't believe that, because most people, whenever I say something about don't make the gangster come out or something like that, they always laugh. Especially men. Like, they be dying. Like, it's like, you would have thought I said the funniest joke that ever existed. Because that's the way that they are laughing. They are laughing that hard. So he was like, oh no, I believe you got some gangster in you. But I don't think I ever do anything bad enough to you for you to sit up there and say that you don't make the gangster come out of you. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. And then that's when I told him, I was like, there was a person, and I never said the name. He was just able to, child, everybody just be knowing, because it's like, because the SideHeffa has started so much drama at that place, they already be knowing. He was like, it's only between these two people. So he already knows one of the two people that he named. And I mean, I didn't describe nobody. I just was like, look, all I know is this one person tried me, and I looked at her, and it took everything in me not to snatch her and sling her across the room. And he was like, I understand that. And he was like, I'm the type of person that, if anybody is ever able to bring the gangster up out of me, it's just going to be over, and I'm going to be in jail, and it's going to be too late, and I ain't going to be able to think about it. I'm like, this is where me and you, we see eye to eye on that. Because no, don't try me. Get the bail money ready. That's all I'm trying to say, because I'm not a killer, but don't push me. I'm not a killer, but don't push me. Listen, don't get your dough kicked. Don't get your wig split. Child, don't get your house shot up. Child, the people be trying it. Like, that's why when you see people, they be like, oh, they were so quiet in school. They were so nice. Yes. But you want to try somebody, and then you was pushing their buttons all this time, and then you wondered why, after the fact, they done shot you up. No wonder. No need to wonder. You always tried this person, and now you want to wonder why they done shot the school up. Listen, leave people alone. That's why I leave people alone. I be befriending them folks. I ain't got time for it. So anyway, whether y'all want to believe it or not, I got a little gangster in me and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Most people know not to try me. Like, you can look from afar, but don't roll up to try me. So, it is what it is. So, we talking. We still talking. Child, when he brought her up, he said something, and he was like, yeah. He said that the married dude, he tries to act like he is so pro-black. And then he's married to a white woman. I said, huh? He said, yeah, he tried to act like he's so pro-black. Got the nerve to be married to a ugly white woman. I said, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute. No. I was like, oh, rewind. I was like, are you just saying that she's ugly because you don't care for white women or white people in general? He was like, no, she is but ugly. He said one day he was out and about, he saw them, and he was like, oh, is this your wife? And he was like, yeah, it is my wife. And all of this. And they had just gotten a house and all of that. He was like, oh yeah. I was like, wait. He was like, yeah. Then he over here cheating with that. He called the SideHeffa. He called her burnt, ugly, something. He called her burnt and crusty. I was like, why are you doing this? Because I was trying not to laugh. Like, when people talk about her, I really try my best not to laugh. I try my best to keep my composure. Because I'm not trying to bring her up to anybody at work. Because y'all ain't going to never be able to go back and say, well, she said this about you. No, you're not going to be able to say that. He was the one saying all this stuff. Everybody else be saying all this stuff about her because they just be already knowing that she with the drama. Y'all, the wife has caught them together before and then still decided to stay. I was like, sir. He was like, I'm trying to tell you. Because apparently he and the guy have talked before, and that information was told to him. And I guess he just know that the wife gonna stay, so it's like, whatever. Like, I'm like, why are you with her? Like, what is the benefit? What's going on here? Like, are there children involved? I really want to understand what's going on. Like, why not just be single and free and go screw anybody you want to screw? Have situationships all around the world. if you want to. But why sit up there and be married to somebody and just cheat day in and day out? Then y'all leave work early to go screw. Like, it's just so much ignorant stuff. I just be like, child, what is the reason? It is not that deep. And I said to old boy, I said, man, he must be working with something. It must be something. Must be something magical, because I don't understand. He was like, man, I don't know. It must be, because I don't understand either. I was like, well, child, he had me dying when he said the wife was white and but ugly. I was like, not white but ugly wife. I said, like, he really kept going off and like really kept re-emphasizing how ugly this woman was. And I was just like, oh my gosh, why would you do this? So then, when the man who has the widowmaker heart, I saw him. I just saw him. He has gone to another shift. Just saw him. And so he said the same thing. He was like, I ain't gonna lie. That's where she at. That's where she at. Basically confirming that since old boy is out on vacation, that's where she indeed is at. Even though she's trying to claim that she's just taking time off, trying to be cautious because she might have COVID because she's been around someone who has it and she ain't even got it. But yeah, it's just a mess. And I'm like, my problem with all of this, because like I've already told y'all, I have not been having any drama with this heifer in quite a few months, and I'm very thankful for that, because it was literally not warranted. I didn't do nothing to her to begin with. So it's like, girl, why are you trying me? My thing with this is, it affects me because you ain't at work, so they're going to draft me. If she was at work, if she was actually coming to work, I wouldn't have to worry about whether or not I was going to get drafted for working tomorrow and Thursday. Right now, I should be covered for Wednesday because this person that works on the shift prior to mine, he's not working. So he signed up and volunteered to work. He was like, well, you don't have to worry about that because hopefully they will pick me so that I can go ahead and work your shift for you. And I was like, oh, thank you, because you already know I don't want it. And then like they had like a whole vacant spot, and they might actually try to put me in that spot. Like they are so far behind that for the rules are, if you are at work, whatever they put up at work is what it's going to be. So I have to wait until sometime today for the person who's on duty to let me know whether or not I come in. As of right now, they have me assigned to come in and work my whole shift, because the side heifer ain't going to be there. And I'm just like, and Thursday is a toss-up. Like, there was nothing on the schedule, but there's a vacant spot and I might have to fill it. And I'm just like, I want my days off. I'm sorry. I understand people needing money and all that. I need money too. But I don't want to sit up here and kill myself and not be able to enjoy my money and all of that, because I'm sitting up here working myself to death. I need my own time to reflect on life, to be able to talk to my folks, to be able to do whatever I want to do. The other day, when it snowed, I slept all day like I was pregnant, and I was happy in here for it. I woke up every now and again to use the bathroom, throw something down my throat to eat, and went right back to sleep. I'm sorry. I like my sleep. I like my rest and relaxation. I'm going to get my good sleep in if I can. But then, since I had to pull this 12-hour shift, I couldn't even sleep. But anyway, y'all, I had bored y'all long enough. I'm sorry, I'm choking. I bored y'all long enough. Thank y'all for tuning in for this latest episode of the Married Man SideHeffa Saga. I got to figure out what time it is. But I'm going to see in a minute when I get off here, because I'm on my phone, obviously. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. Give this video a thumbs up. I'll see y'all down in the comment section. Bye.